What is up, Last War family? This is RTV Joe. I'm going to be breaking down the faction wars for you guys today. You've got your we're going to call them the Rebels versus the Gs, but you've got your Rebels versus your Gs or your factions. We're going to go through this list in detail real quickly, and we'll break down exactly every part of the war. The war you're going to have, if you look right here, you're going to have your war declaration stage, which is going to be the first 24 hours. So for us, it was 11-12. That's today. For the first 12 hours of the next day is the invitation stage, then 30 minutes for just prepping, and then that final 11 and a half hours of that server day, you're going to be looking at the battle stage. So when you're looking at your server time, you want to compare that server time that you've got right here to your current time. So if you look at our current time here, it is currently 3:10-ish, 3:09. So our server starts back over for me at my Central Standard Time at 8 p.m. Don't know what time yours starts at, but that 0 here, if we go, and if you flip this, it'll actually show you, which is cool. But if you flip that, it'll show you what the time lines are for everything for your actual time, which is nice. So you're going to be looking at invitation stage will be from 20,000, I don't know how you say that in military time, versus 8 o'clock a.m. And then you've got the 8 o'clock to 8:30 as the prep stage. Our first battle could begin at 8:30. Now you get to decide when you start attacking. When you're on the attacking side, on the defending side, you could have them attacking as soon as it opens up. So, all right, let's go ahead and start reading through here real quickly. After the event begins, the war zone factions determine attackers and defensive roles. The attackers, so it's decided for us. We don't decide that. The factions are decided amongst your presidents. I'm not the president, so I wasn't able to be a part of that process, so that's why you don't have a video on how to do that. And that you can be booted out because we kind of got kicked out of our faction by another team. The attacking and defensive roles will switch over time. When the attacking side wins a declaration of war, they can plunder a certain percentage of rare soil from the defending alliance. I'll show you guys exactly how much here in just a few minutes. Each war declaration includes 5 stages: declaration, invitation, preparation, war, and end of war. Declaration during this stage, R4s and above can declare war on the faction. From the attacking factions can declare war. I'm going to show you guys how to do that real quickly. So you go to your defending factions, and let's talk about what those are. So they're going to be broken down into the rankings 1 through 10 based on your rare soil amount, not based on how much power you have. So if you look down here, we've got a team that's got 3.4 G in power, and then a bunch of teams that are in the 8s and higher. So that team has way more rare soil. They may have just a really dominant player. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what's making them, or an inactive server. Couldn't tell you. And so it's this side is the attackers, so they're declaring war. And it's based on how much rare soil you currently have. So you can see we have 9.2 G. Oh, excuse me, our power is 9.2 G. Our current rare soil is 1.5. So it's that rare soil amount is what declares what group you'll be in. Then you've got the next set, which is 11 through 20. And 11 through 20 can assist each other if they're in the same faction, and they can attack each other if they're in the opposite faction, but you cannot assist or attack outside of your ranking, your rare soil ranking. All right, let's get back to it here. So that declaration part of it, all you have to do to declare is you go click right here. You guys can see that we're declared right now on Hero Zeros, but you can click right here and declare war, and then you just hit confirm declaration. That's what it looks like. If you've got, and you'll see this in just a few minutes, 3 that have declared on one team, it'll look just like this. And we'll go over that more in detail in just a few minutes. All right, so only one alliance can be declared on a time, so you can't declare war on multiple alliances. You can only declare war on alliances within the defending faction. We just went over that. If you're ranked 1 through 10, then you can only declare war on 1 through 10. If you're ranked 11 through 20, you can only declare war on 11 through 20 on the other side. Up to 3 alliances can declare war on the same alliance. The war target can be changed anytime, so you can go, I don't want to be in a group helping each other. I want to do it on our own. If you decide to do that, you can cancel that declaration and go and pick a different declaration. The final target at the end of the stage becomes the war opponent. So when the stage ends, that is, it's locked and loaded. Invitations. During this stage, if multiple alliances can declare war on a defending alliance, R4 members of the defending alliance can invite others alliances from the same faction that have not been declared war upon to assist in the defense. If 3 alliances declare war, the defending side can invite 2. Up to 2. If 2 alliances declare war, 1 alliance can be invited. You can only be invited within the defending faction, so that same 1 through 10 or 11 through 20 or 21 through 30, that you're in the same rare soil rankings in the group for the defending faction. If the invited alliance agrees to defend, no further change to defense partners can be made. If the R4s and above members are invited and the alliance does not agree, the R4 and above members of the inviting alliance can change the defense invitation anytime. R3 members of the invited alliance can vote on that. So you can vote to say, hey, we want to help or not. All right, so, and we'll talk about this more in detail, but you can't lose rare soil by assisting others, but if obviously you lose troops, and I know that can take a toll sometimes, especially when we're still having verses and all that stuff going on. So you could lose your troops. That's what you're going to be concerned about. All right, so when we're looking at let's look at KCM right now. KCM has 3 different alliances: Degenerates, Syndicates of Nerds, and Brotherhood, who have all declared war on them. They have the ability to, after the end of this, any of those 3 could back out and say they don't want to declare war and go and declare war on one of these others that's not got war declared on them currently. But if not, the KCM gets the opportunity to invite any faction that is not currently registered for battle. So Heroes Zeros is out, MAA is out, Immortals is out for them, and BIG is out. They can invite KWB, they can invite O9V, OLS, Uno, or Wolf. Any of those can be invited to help. And then those teams have to decide whether or not they want to help or not. They don't have to help. They can just sit out of it, or they can choose. They get invited by more than one. They can help. They can choose who they're going to help. That's why the invitation stage has got a longer period of time to give people just time to decide who they're helping. That's what the point of it is. But these declarations will be locked at reset today. When this clock goes down, war declaration stage is over. Then 12 hours to invite and be invited. Okay? All right, perfect. So KCM can decide that they want to just fight by themselves if they want to. They can go, we think we can take them on their own. If they win, they get, and even if they lose, they get a higher amount of reward for defending alone. So that's a piece of it. You can get a bigger reward. And then for the others, and we're going to read further into this in a second, but for Degenerates, Syndicates of Nerds, and Brotherhood, when they're attacking KCM, if they are to win, then the rare soil plunder is split up based upon how much damage each alliance did. That's what it's based upon, is how much damage you did during the battle. And we'll read about that here in just a second. All right. So, invitation during this stage, if multiple alliances declare war on the same, we just went over that in detail. If 3 alliances declare war, we already went over that too. Let's see where we're at here. There we are. All right. So, preparation stage. During this stage, it's a 30-minute time frame. The war between attacking and defending alliances is confirmed. It cannot be changed. The war stage begins after the preparation stage cooldown ends. War. During this stage, the defending alliance's furnace can be attacked. The attacking and defending alliances can fight each other to determine the war's outcome. The attacking alliance's furnace does not need to be connected to the territory, so you can move it to other areas. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like real quickly. I actually know of one that's set like this, where I'm at right now. So if you go and look, they're using what's called the corner method. I don't know how I feel about this corner method. I don't think it's going to be that effective, especially not on Saturdays, on the weekend ones, because your bases can be attacked. But what they're doing right now is they've put 3 of theirs in the corner here, and they're going to try to block it up. The red bases are the ones that are located here. The blue ones are the ones in the rebels with me. So they're trying to block it up and make it harder, like a longer walk to get to it. I can see how that could be effective for like your furnace not getting torn down, but past that, I don't know. I don't like it off the top of my head, but I could change my mind later. My first time fighting in this, but that's how that works. That's what the one of the methods is. Another method is you can do, and this is not the team we're fighting against. They actually don't have anybody they're fighting against right now. But if you look at this team right here, what they're doing is they're just surrounding it like you would Marshall. That's how they're protecting theirs. And so, most likely we'll attack one like this with rallies would be the best way, and then send a second wave of straight on attackers once everybody's killed inside of. There's no troops left inside of it. Let's go back and read that, because that's a very important piece of it. All right, so we're done with the invitation. We're done with the prep. Let's see here. I wish it would stay on where you got it at. All right, during this stage, the defending alliances first can be attacked. The attacking and defending alliances can fight each other to determine the war's outcome. The attacking alliance's furnace does not need to be connected to the territory. We just showed you that real quickly. If the attacking troops defeat all defending troops in the furnace, they can reduce the furnace's durability. So that's something you're going to have to be very, very, very focused on, is that you got to have troops troops ready to go and attack the furnace durability before they can send more troops back to protect it. If the furnace is destroyed within the cooldown, the attacking side wins. So as soon as you've destroyed that furnace, it's over. This war could rage on for 11.5 hours throughout the day, or it could be over pretty quickly. It depends. If the defending side's winning, then it could go on throughout the whole day. If the attacking side fails to destroy the furnace within the cooldown, the defending side wins. Certain actions during the war stage, such as killing enemies' units or healing, earn you event points. Event points will most likely give us some season tokens. That's what we got last season in Season 1. Reaching points milestones will earn corresponding rewards. The war stage duration will vary based on the number of alliances on the attacking and defending side. The specific time is shown in the war stage countdown events. As of right now, it looks like it runs up till 0:00 server time. Maybe if you've got a 3-on-1, maybe that's... I'm guessing a 3-on-1 would be much more limited. They probably would reduce that time. Guess on my part, obviously, but I think that would be divided by 3. And if it was 2-on-1, it would be divided by 2. That you're getting less time to attack would be my guess. Because otherwise, the attrition would just kick in. You're going to be able to train enough troops to just keep on attacking. They're going to end up losing if they can't get people to help them, or if they don't have, or if they don't invite people to help them. During the war stage, the furnace durability will not automatically recover, nor can the furnace be relocated. So you see that right there? That reads to me that once the furnace is damaged, it's damaged because you're in the war stage. So if you got the durability down from, let's say it's at 10,000, and it gets down to 8,000, they're not going to be able to build it back up from 8,000. Then you knock those troops out again, then you attack it again. I think that's what's going to happen most likely. If the defending alliance furnace is at 0 durability or hasn't been constructed when the battle begins, the defense will be considered a loss. So it's an automatic loss if you haven't had your furnace built. If you move it, start moving it, before server time, but you don't build it fast enough, you can lose immediately. The attacking side will loot rare soil, divided evenly amongst the multiple attacking alliances. End of order. In this stage, the rewards are sent on the war's final outcome. The winning alliance can receive victory rewards in the interface. If the defending alliance, including defense partners, are fewer than the attackers, the rewards will be boosted up to 3 times the normal amount. So if you've got a 2-on-1 situation, you're going to get double the rewards. If you've got a 3-on-1 situation and you're the one, you win facing 3 different teams, then you're going to get triple the rewards. And that's the rewards for it, not the rare soil. Maybe rare soil will be a part of the rewards. I don't know. They haven't revealed that to us yet. If the attacking side wins, they can plunder a portion of the rare soil. I've seen the numbers on this. It's 20 to 30%. I don't know how it comes to that 20 or 30, probably based on how fast you beat it. Defense partner, so if you help someone else out, you cannot be plundered. You don't lose any rare soil. When multiple alliances are attacked, the rare soil rewards will be distributed proportionally based on the damage each side did to the furnace durability. So let's go look at that real quickly. We know we've got, like, for instance, on here, we've got a 3-on-1 right here, right? So it's if SFF, ZP5, and L1K all stay on Immortals, and Immortals, they attack Immortals, and they beat Immortals. Immortals has 343,000 and a half and 500 plunderable rare soil. So if you have Special Farm Forces, SFF does 50% of the damage, then they're going to get, let's go ahead and go to it, but they're going to get 50% of that 340, I think it was 343.5, we'll just say that. So they're going to get 50% of that. So they're going to get 171,075. And if you attack them on your own, you get the maximum amount of it. If then the other two, so they were 25% each, well then they would each get 85,887. 85,000, excuse me, 85,870. So that's how that part will work on it. So that's very important in deciding whether or not you want to do a multiple attack, or if you want to try to attack somebody higher than you, and just see what you can have happen. We are currently deciding, leaning towards and deciding that we want to just fight alone. If someone else jumps on Hero Zero, we will probably just drop down to KWB and attack them instead. We don't want that, and we don't want them to be able to invite others that could be stronger. So that's what our alliance is going to do currently. All right, the end of the war stage lasts until server time 100 or 000. I don't know how you say that. The next day, that's just reset. That's what we call it. Unclaimed victories and event points rewards will be sent via mail. The defending alliance's R4 does not need to rebuild the furnace at that point, so you can't go and try to be sneaky and be like, oh gosh, I hated getting beat. Screw this, we're just not going to build our furnace. You can't do that. So let's go look at these battle times though. So I want to talk to you guys briefly about this, but so in this midweek battle, the one that starts tomorrow midday for us, or midday as far as server time, no matter what, your midpoint of your server time, for that server reset time, and then 12 hours later from that, 12 and a half hours later from that, we are attacking. Then on Saturday, we'll be defending, and then we'll be defending again next week at the same time. And then we'll be attacking again. Then we're attacking again. So double attacks, then defense, attack. So what that means when you're looking at this, that's a big deal, is that you need to think about your troop load for each one of these. So your defense troop load is probably going to have to be a much higher than when you're the attacker. I could be wrong. We'll wait and see, but I think that's probably going to be the case. But here's the other part of it. Unless they change something, Saturday allows base hits. So those Saturday times or weekend times, whatever your second half of your server is, of your versus week is. For us, it's a Saturday or Friday night through Saturday morning. That is going to end up being the defense would need to most likely shield. You don't need to shield right here on the midweeks, not really necessary, but on those weekend ones, that's 11-16, 11-23, you're going to want to be shielded from the defense side. And the attacking side, probably don't want to bubble, probably don't want to shield, because you want to use that war fever. But if not, if you don't shield, then they could just come in and say, you know what, we're going to destroy your best player instead, or your best couple of players, then we'll attack later. We're just going to get rid of all their troops. So that's a very, very real possibility on it. And don't be surprised if you got some Friday night attacks beforehand too. So you may want to, you kind of might have to even punt versus Buster Day some to make sure you're winning these rare soil wars. Looks like it's going to run out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total. So 4 attacks and 4 defenses, and then that'll end the season. And then whoever's at the top of it after that's going to end up having, get the rewards based on where you're ranked at the end of it. And we know we can get rare soil from multiple places. You've got it from your alliance cities, from your alliance digs, but also from attacks you can make. All right, that is it for this video. I hope this was a great explanation of it. I hope that everybody understands it a little bit better. I hope this was helpful. This is RTV Joe, about to sign out. Please do like, subscribe, and share with your teams.